Aquarius. If you've been feeling like something inside you is trying to wake up, stop scrolling, because this message is for you. Between July 15th and 17th, the Crescent Moon is quietly activating a spiritual gift you've carried since birth. One you buried, ignored, or simply forgot was real. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why. Welcome back, beautiful Aquarius soul. Before we go further, I want you to know this is not another Lucky Days Ahead video. This is something deeper. This is a rare spiritual activation. Today we're exploring why the Crescent Moon is shining directly on your intuition, your inner wisdom, and your soul's true purpose during these 3 sacred days, July 15th through 17th. So take a breath, get comfortable, and let's begin. 1. Why the Crescent Moon is choosing Aquarius. There's a reason you were drawn to this video today. In spiritual astrology, the Crescent Moon is not just a sliver of light in the night sky. It's a symbol of becoming. It appears right after the new moon, in that fragile, quiet space between darkness and full illumination. It represents the moment a seed, planted in silence, first breaks through the soil and reaches toward the sun. It is the universe's way of saying, something you started long ago, maybe without even realizing it, is finally ready to grow. And of all 12 signs, Aquarius holds a very special relationship with this kind of light. Think about who you are, Aquarius. You've never been someone who simply accepts the world as it's handed to you. Since you were young, some part of you has always asked, why, when others simply nodded along. You've always sensed truths before you could explain them. You felt pulled toward ideas, people, and paths that others called strange, yet somehow you knew they mattered. That's not randomness. That's not coincidence. That is the mark of a soul wired for higher consciousness, ruled by Uranus, the planet of awakening, revelation, and sudden change. You are naturally attuned to frequencies most people can't perceive. Where other signs seek comfort in the familiar, you've always been quietly listening for what's next, for the future, trying to speak through the present moment. So ask yourself honestly, how many times in your life have you had a thought, an idea, or a feeling, and later watched it come true? How many times have you sensed a shift in the air before anyone said a word? That sensitivity was never a flaw, it was preparation. The universe doesn't rush its greatest gifts. It waits, it watches, it lets you live, struggle, doubt, and grow, until the timing is exactly right. And Aquarius, this Crescent Moon window, between July 15th and 17th, is that timing. Quietly, without fanfare, the sky has aligned to illuminate the very part of you that's been waiting in the shadows. This isn't happening to you by chance. It's happening because you're finally ready to receive it. 2. The hidden spiritual gift. You've forgotten. Here's something many Aquarius people don't realize about themselves. You were born with a heightened intuitive gift, and somewhere along the way, life taught you to explain it away. Maybe you had a dream that felt too real, and the next day, a piece of it happened. Maybe you thought of someone out of nowhere, and minutes later, they called or texted you. Maybe you walked into a room and instantly felt the mood shift, sadness, tension, joy, before anyone said a single word. And what did you do? You probably called it coincidence, a fluke, just my imagination. Because Aquarius, as intuitive as you are, you're also deeply logical. You value reason. You don't want to seem foolish for believing in something you can't prove. So you quietly dismissed your own gift, over and over again, until it became easier to ignore it than to trust it. But here's the truth. Coincidence is often just spirit speaking. A language logic hasn't learned to translate yet. This gift within you shows up in different ways. For some of you, it's vivid, symbolic dreams, visions that feel more like messages than random firing of the brain. For others, it's empathy so strong, you absorb the emotions of people around you, without even trying. For some, it's synchronicity, repeating patterns, numbers, or signs that seem to follow you no matter where you go. And for many Aquarius souls, it's simply a deep inner knowing, a quiet certainty about people, situations, or paths, long before there's any evidence to support it. Take a moment and really think back. When was the last time your intuition tried to tell you something and you didn't listen? Maybe it cost you comfort. Maybe it saved you from something worse. Either way, that voice never left you. It's still there. It's just been waiting for you to turn the volume back up. That's exactly what this crescent moon window is here to do. 3. The 7 signs your spiritual gift is awakening. Right now, as this lunar energy builds, your gift may already be stirring, even if you haven't fully noticed it yet. Here are 7 signs to watch for during these days. As I go through each one, ask yourself honestly, is this happening to me? Sign 1. Repeating numbers. You keep seeing the same sequences, 1111, 222, 333, on clocks, receipts, license plates. This isn't random. Repeating numbers are the universe's gentle way of saying, pay attention, you're on the right path. Sign 2. Powerful, vivid dreams. Your dreams feel different lately. More detailed, more emotional, harder to forget. Some may even feel like memories of a future not yet lived. This is your subconscious opening a door. Sign 3. Sudden emotional clarity. Out of nowhere, something you've been confused about for months suddenly makes perfect sense. A relationship, a decision, a pattern in your life, it all becomes clear in an instant. Sign 4. Unexpected opportunities. Doors are opening that you didn't even knock on. A message, an offer, a chance meeting. These aren't luck. They're the universe rearranging itself around your awakening. Sign 5. Increased sensitivity to energy. You can feel a room's mood the second you walk in. Certain people leave you drained, others leave you lighter. Your intuitive radar is getting stronger by the day. Sign 6. Meaningful coincidences. You think of a song, and it plays. You think of a person, and they appear. These synchronicities are proof that you're aligning with a deeper rhythm. Sign 7. A strong pull towards solitude and healing. You may be craving quiet, alone time, or a break from noise and obligation. This isn't withdrawal. It's your soul asking for space to hear itself think. Aquarius, how many of these have you noticed in your own life recently? If even 3 or 4 feel familiar, your gift isn't dormant anymore. It's awakening right now. 4. What the universe wants you to do between July 15th to 17th. Awareness alone isn't enough, Aquarius. This crescent moon window asks something more from you. Intentional, gentle action. Here's how you can strengthen this connection over these 3 sacred days. Meditation. Even 5 quiet minutes a day of stillness allows your intuition to speak without the noise of daily life drowning it out. You don't need incense or a perfect setting, just silence and breath. Journaling. Write down your dreams, your sudden thoughts, your gut feelings, even the ones that seem strange. Patterns will emerge that your conscious mind alone could never have pieced together. Moon visualization. At night, look toward the sky, even if clouds hide the crescent moon from view, and visualize its silver light, pouring gently into your chest, illuminating what's been hidden. This simple practice bridges your energy with the lunar cycle. Gratitude. Speak thanks, out loud or in writing, for the gifts you already carry, even the ones you don't fully understand yet. Gratitude opens the door wider for more to arrive. Silence. Give yourself permission to unplug, even briefly. Silence is not empty. It's where your inner voice finally has room to be heard. Forgiveness. Release old grudges toward others, and importantly, toward yourself. Spiritual gifts grow best in a heart that isn't weighed down by resentment. Trusting intuition. When a thought, feeling, or instinct arises this week, don't dismiss it as before. Pause. Honor it. Let it guide even one small decision. These aren't rituals for the sake of ritual, Aquarius. They are bridges, simple, human ways of saying, I'm listening, to to a universe that has been waiting patiently to be heard. 5. The blessing. Waiting beyond this moon. So what happens, Aquarius, if you truly embrace this gift, instead of dismissing it once again? Imagine relationships deepening, not because anything external changes, but because you finally trust your own perception of people and stop doubting the truth you've always sensed. Imagine your sense of purpose sharpening, no longer clouded by what-ifs, but guided by quiet, unwavering inner knowing. Imagine your creativity flowing more freely, because intuition and imagination are two branches of the very same tree. Imagine facing decisions, big or small, with a steadier confidence, because you're no longer second-guessing the voice inside you. And imagine, Aquarius, a kind of emotional peace that doesn't depend on outside circumstances. A peace that comes from finally being aligned with who you actually are, instead of who the world once told you to be. This is the blessing, waiting beyond this crescent moon. But I want to be honest with you. None of this happens by chance alone. The moon opens the door. It creates the window. But walking through it requires your awareness and your willingness to act. Real transformation is never just given. It's received by those who choose to reach for it. You have already been given the gift, Aquarius. The only question left is whether you'll finally choose to unwrap it. 6. Powerful closing. Spiritual message, Aquarius. Hidden gifts are never revealed by accident. They surface only when the soul carrying them is finally ready to hold their weight, and to shine because of them, not in spite of them. For a long time, you may have felt out of place, misunderstood, or too different for the world around you. But what if that very difference was never something to hide? What if it was always the seed of something greater, quietly growing until this exact moment arrived? The crescent moon does not choose randomly. It rises for those whose hearts are finally open enough to catch its light. And this July, Aquarius, that light is yours. Trust divine timing, even when it doesn't move as fast as you'd like. Trust the whispers you've been hearing, even when they don't yet make full sense. And trust, above all, that you are exactly where you're meant to be, standing at the edge of a new spiritual chapter, ready to step forward with courage, faith, and gratitude. Welcome it, Aquarius. You've waited long enough. It's finally your time. Thank you so much for sharing this spiritual journey with me today, Aquarius. If this message resonated with you, if you felt even a small spark of recognition while watching, comment, "I accept my gift" below, so I know this reached the soul it was meant for. If you found value in this video, please take a moment to like it and subscribe for more Aquarius spiritual guidance. Turn on notifications too, so you never miss an important lunar energy update. And remember, always, the universe reveals its greatest gifts to those who are ready to receive them. Until next time, Aquarius, walk in your light,